Knocks down the second after missing the first. That'll be out of...
Substitutions, Houston. Substitutions, Philadelphia.
Down to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Fires the three. And the Rockets clear the board. Westbrook with it. Down by one. Has a look. Gordon's shot misses. Smith now into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen in the court.
And the basket good at the rim.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Allen. Fires the three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
Westbrook across the timeline. The score, 14 all. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Sixers have the basketball. Oh, he had it.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts. At least make it seem like the ball slipped.
To Westbrook. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He's 3 for 7. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Lays it up and in.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Here we go, my ball.
To Allen from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Smith. Beyond the arc for 3. Oh, at JR, it can be no. Yes, when it goes in.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it. It's a 3.
Ugh, did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
To Davis.
That's what's up, Grayson. I like that.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Jonah Bolden with the block. In the front court comes Smith. The lead stands at 9. J.R. Smith with the strong finish.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Oh, they call him for the foul.
His timing was a tad bit off.
76ers are at the limit.
Russell Westbrook powers it through. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To J.R. Smith. Lets it fly from long range. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that 3.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow through. That release is effortless.
It's Westbrook. Wide open look, won't go.
That's called a heat check right there. Surprised he missed that one. That was an open look.
Smith with it up top. Lead is 12. Has a chance. The shot missed by Smith. Russ at the controls. To Horford. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jonah Bolden tips it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
2 minutes remaining.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
It's Westbrook. No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Oh, he should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Grayson Allen trying to cash in on the three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Can't convert the free throw. Westbrook with the basketball. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. To Westbrook. Out of bounds.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, Houston.
A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Fareed. Down low Capella. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Lonzo with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Embiid. Korver. Almost. Unlucky bounce. Going to launch beyond the arc. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Gordon with it. His guys down big. Joel Embiid sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Shakes free and hits.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
Lonzo Ball hits the tough shot. The defender played it well. Lonzo strikes.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
Rockets have the ball. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Count the basket at the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Pass to the rim. Gordon with it. He'll run the offense. To Harden. Screen coming.
Right.
Harden. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Clint Capella. Now the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Joel Embiid. Not that time. He misses. Sixers have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
And one. Embiid. Good. Through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Joel Embiid at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A three-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. James Harden at the controls. Down to Fareed. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
I got blocked.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down. To Ball. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Harden to Korver. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Harden knocks it down. And Jay, so much better to get that shot beyond the arc than inside 22 feet.
Think about how smart of a play that is, to have the awareness to get behind the three-point line off the step back.
They'll take 3 over 2 any day of the week.
Pick up the screen. Pick up the screen. Pick up the screen.
Harden to Capella. Can't connect from in close. To Ball. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't. Oh, and a putback.
Not really known for attacking the glass, but I like that hustle. We need to see more of it.
Harden to Fareed. Off the assist.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Ball. 4-3. Count the three for Lonzo Ball.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
Joel Embiid sends it away. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Lonzo Ball. Now 4 for 9.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Capella. Clint Capella. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Fareed. Now a steal by Philly.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Lonzo Ball. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Fareed. Nothing going here on that.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. To Embiid. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Ball. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Korver down to Fareed. Won't go, and the rebound comes down to Harris. To Embiid. Add 2 points to the board.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
P.J. Tucker pins it. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The 76ers,
have built a comfortable lead.
It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Rockets did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Assists.
Great effort makes for great highlights. These guys are playing a relentless style of basketball that really suits them.
Player of the half.
J.R. Smith.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Houston with the basketball.
Hey, lock up. Triple double.
Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
James Harden trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Free throw good, so they get the three-point play, but it's not much more than a drop in the bucket with the score right where it is. Around the perimeter to J.R. Smith. Fires the three, won't go down for J.R. Smith. Defense was all over him.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Tough make through traffic.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
To Harden. Has a look. And scores.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Now whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Ball. Rebound Korver. Westbrook into the front court. Down a bundle. Harden to Fareed. Kenneth Fareed powers it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Embiid. The pass set it all up.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
With James Harden, muscle memory. Gets it to go.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys down big. Gets to the basket and scores.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Cut it, cut it.
To Embiid. And the finish. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't be... We're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Harden. Fires the 3, and James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets.
It's plain and it's simple. The difference between a winning team and a losing organization is the fact that their ability to finish plays. You have to find a way defensively to finish these type of plays to win this game.
Great feed, sets it up. Harden to Westbrook. From long range, won't go down.
I
got him. I got ball. I got ball.
Beyond the arc for 3. And Harden takes in the rebound. To Westbrook. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
Sixers control it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Rebound for Capella. Westbrook with it. Looking to make something happen. To Harden. Tobias Harris. Huge block. Lets it fly from long range. Drains it.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Time to shuffle things up. Here's a chance from long range. It's Westbrook with the rebound. Rockets in control of the basketball. Russell Westbrook picked up by Brewer. It's a turnover as they head the other way. To J.R. Smith. And he hits.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Number 2.
Harden with the basketball. He'll run the offense. And counted at the rim.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Russell Westbrook steps into it. Can't connect.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Embiid. Scores from the post.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Embiid. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
To Korver.
Shoot it!
Harden. They have to keep him in their grasp.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. It seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Two-point shot for James Harden. It's good.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound Korver. For Reed. That is great vision to set it up. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
It's Westbrook. Can't connect.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Spinning shot. Won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Rises for the slam. Sixers call for time as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lonzo Ball matched up with Harden. To Tobias Harris. 4-3. Harris always looking to create a shot, even ones like those.
Defense, do the math. You force them to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Tucker to Westbrook. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Westbrook to Harden. For 3. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time.
Shot up. Oh, yeah, that's all. Oh, yeah, that's all.
Shot by Smith off the mark.
Be alert. Be alert. Here it comes. Be alert.
Westbrook to Harden. Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
To Harden. Tucker. Passed it off. Joel Embiid swats it. Incredible. 6 tonight. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Out about.
Hey, let's take it home now. Let's go.
Substitutions. Houston. Substitutions.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Harden. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Kenneth Fareed at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. It's a 3-point play, but a rare spot as they continue to trail big.
I got ball. That's me.
To Allen. Rebounded by Capella. Harden to Westbrook. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
From the painted area, won't go down. Grayson Allen fires the 3. Off the mark. No good. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
You know, it reminds me out of a story. Get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you do it.
And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
To J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith with the strong finish. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Fires the 3. Grayson Allen, you know he loves a challenge.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Westbrook to Harden from long range. Rebound Horford.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Nice finish at the rim.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Jumper's good.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot by Shumpert, off the mark.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Harden has it up the floor to Westbrook. Slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
I got yours.
Trying to cash in. That's no good.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
And the slam.
Huh, what a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
To Horford. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
Westbrook. Nice pass to set things up. Ah, rocking the rim.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Play deep.
To Allen. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Number 0, Russell
Westbrook across the timeline. Down a bundle to Capella. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
Russell Westbrook with the rock to Harden. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Missed it. Harden in possession. His guys down big.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Fareed. Oh, emphatic slam.
An easy two. Get back on defense.
Lets it fly from long range. Off the mark. Great dish to set it up. Jonah Bolden snatching it out of the air.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. It's no good.
Hold on. It's me, I got it.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Slams it home on the putback.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Here we go. I got him.
Deep three at the buzzer. The Sixers are victorious as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, Cohen, this has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers emerged victorious after a tight finish. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Rockets finished on the losing end of a close score. While they did put together quite a highlight reel of dunks in this matchup, they did not put together a win. As we all know, style points never show up on the scoreboard. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Houston Rockets.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
And while you can't track leadership on a stat sheet, it was by far the most impressive thing he did in this game.
At least I got player of the game. That's all I care about.
These are the top plays of the game.
If y'all want to see more WWE comments
Number
or
2.
videos, let me know in the comments.
Number 1.
These are the upcoming games for the Philadelphia 76ers. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, Good night.